Hello and welcome, Omenstorm here. We are back with more Wavetale. Last time we left off with having driven away the little beast from the one island, and now we need to go activate... Actually, no, we don't need to activate things. We need to go find sparks. Oh, I just remembered that I had to hit a switch over here because I tried recording this little bit before, but I was having some issues with my computer and with the recording, so I ended up having to go and stop that. Ow. Oh dear goodness, that certainly did a number on me. Yeah, oh, the other thing we need to go and do is find the lost dogs. I honestly have no clue where we might find those fellows, but hopefully it would be reasonably easy to find them. I'm not 100% certain. Mr. Starlet. Ah, thank you, thank you, thank you. That was horrendous. You're not a dog. A dog? No, of course I'm not. You've spoken to my wife, haven't you? Oh, the dog lady? Not dog lady. Her name is Daisy. Miss Starlet to you, and she's the love of my life. It's hard to explain grief like that to young ones like you. Everyone took it hard when the city sank, but Daisy, she took it harder. And ever since, her memory keeps failing her. The dogs that you're looking for, they haven't been around since before you were born. Oh no, so doesn't know? Sometimes she does. I have told her many times, but it's hard to break someone's heart again and again. So I let her believe what she wants to, even if that's... Either way, I'm very thankful for you saving me. Oh, and if you see Daisy again, maybe you could ask her about her jewelry. She'd enjoy that. She was a designer once, you see. Was quite famous before everything. Oh. Oh, that took a tremendous turn from what I was expecting. Oh. Well, that's sad. I, hmm, I was worried about the dogs, but that definitely wasn't the issue I was expecting to end up with. Well, we can still stop by and speak with Daisy, I suppose. We've got more of the small little sparks around here that we can get. And I am still going with the one different little appearance per episode. So for right now, we've got the little stripes and the skipper stuff, which I do like how this looks. It is kind of nice. And, oh, I see a journal over there. So it is a bit more worth it to go try and get that one thing over there again. Let's see. Is there anything super special out here, I wonder, though? Feels like I should find a journal out over here too, but maybe I won't. Actually, I'm kind of curious about what's all the way up there, but there is a journal over here. Awesome. I don't know why I'm putting so much effort into like checking around for journals, considering the fact that I haven't gone and read a single one of them that we've gone and found so far. Maybe I'll spend an episode doing that towards the end. I don't really know. Oh, and a sound that might become semi-common in recordings is the sound of a bell jingling. I went and got my cat a collar today, and it has a little bell on it, and honestly, I'm thinking of removing the bell for a number of reasons. One, the jingling kind of bothers me, and two, bells on cat collars always make me a bit nervous because I've had too many friends who work as vets that give me the horror stories of this. Actually, yeah, probably I'm gonna try and remove that bell after I finish recording this. I'm not too worried about it at the moment because the cat's asleep and such, but I think I'll definitely remove that bell before they get active again. But yeah, for this episode at least, or any that I do in this particular recording session, you guys will possibly hear the jingle of a bell as the cat like rolls over in their sleep or such. I was honestly expecting my cat to really fight having a collar since I've never had them wear one in the past. In part because as a kitten they were very against it. But no, this collar today, the cat's just like, oh, I have a collar now. Fine, I'll take my nap. It caught me completely off guard just how unbothered they were by the collar. Who do we have here? Big Cassius. Oh, 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 I'm alive. I'm very much truly still alive. Oh my stars, the things I saw in there. It's suddenly so clear, you know, how precious life is, and love. It's time. I've put this off for too long. Tonight, Big Cassius is proposing. Alas, I have no ring, but this must be done in the proper way. Girl, with your young legs, that marvelous net, surely you can find something for me. I'm not from this area. I'm only here to visit my boyfriend. But you'll help me, right? Sure. I'm not certain what sort of, ring would make. Why is engagement rings one of the traditions that survived everything is something that I just started wondering. Like, it seems like whenever stuff goes post-apocalyptic, things like engagement rings and whatnot usually end up being like one of the first things to get abandoned as far as like traditions and such go. So having there be that tradition still in this post-apocalyptic world kind of surprises me. There's a lot of these little guys to go collect this time around. Also, where would I go about finding a ring, I suppose, is a really good question. I'm kind of trying to keep an eye about for where it might be, but I honestly don't know. I guess there's some more stuff over here, but this wouldn't be where I need to go, right? It's always hard to tell if it's like something that's going to be on this particular island or not. Like, most of the stuff seems to be on or around the island that you go and get the quest on. But there's the one with the stethoscope that had it go really far away comparatively. And we've got some really good height off that. I knew it, there's 3 of them. It's like, I only see one, but I know there has to be more. These little slides always interest me because no matter what, you always end up going so much faster. Oh, I hadn't even like pressed the button to go grab onto that, and I actually managed to successfully make that. I was kind of expecting to fail at that after forgetting to press the button. And let's go drop onto this from up high. Woo! Oh, that one I actually did need to go press the button for. Oh, this is a nice little restaurant of some nature, I suppose. That view looks so good. Like, I absolutely want to, like, okay, I'll be perfectly honest. I want to live on the coast in, like, some Arctic place. The only issue is that coastal houses, from what I remember being told long ago, is coastal houses have a lot of issues with like erosion around them and like decay from exposure to the water and whatnot. But I honestly want like a little coastal house where I can go look at the sea and then the land is covered with a bunch of snow. Um, well, that was nice, but I don't know that that did anything like I was wanting it to. Also, I haven't seen a key around here, or not a key, a ring. I wonder where I might potentially find one of those. Whoops, that wasn't the button I wanted to press. But yeah, coastal houses have their own set of issues, especially with other factors needing to be taken into consideration anymore. And I have completely forgotten where our friend is to try and... Okay, there he is. I was hoping maybe I could see a ring from right close by, but I'm not seeing one. Surely there wouldn't be one. Oh, that statue kind of looks like a hand piece. But, surely the ring wouldn't be right around here. Maybe, though. Wait, Daisy's a jeweler. Maybe we could get one from her. Oh, the Water Knight is back. What a pleasure. Did you see them? Did you find my darlings? I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't. Oh, well, they'll find their way back. They always do. I'm quite sure. I really hope so, Miss Starlet. Oh, I met your husband. He told me you're a jewelry designer. Oh, yes, yes. I could talk about pearls and shimmering seashells for ages. But alas, even the topic of ornaments has lost its shine after the war. People do not need beauty, they need survival. Must be hard not being able to do what you love. Sometimes, yes, but you look like someone who could appreciate the finer things in life. Please, take these, my treat. And if you ever run into someone who needs some sparkle in their life, please let them know about Starlet's treasures. Actually, I know someone who needs your help. A little lovebird, or a rather big one. Needs an engagement ring. Are you for real? There's gonna be a wedding? Here? Oh, Sparks, you must get me an invitation. I won't accept any other payment. Oh, well, sure. I'm sure they can rearrange the seating chart. I like how those quests are intermingled together. That's cool. I like when quests have that sort of intermingling. Okay, I like it, but also at the same time, there have been times when it's been frustrating having quests intermingle like it. Or I am getting tongue-tied. There have been times when I have not liked when quests intermingle like that, but I normally like it. You found one? You actually found one. Well, this is cause for a celebration. I know I haven't proposed yet, and you shouldn't count your chickens before they hatch, but I drew up a few wedding invitations. Couldn't resist. I'll send one to this here Miss Starlet, but you can have yours straight away. I really like all the quests in this. Like, they can be a little downer, but they're also got kind of a nice bit to them. And activate. Thanks for this, Miss Mechanic. Everything is ready to be transmitted. And hit the switch. What happened? I thought you were a pro. Seems like the fuses blew when the serpent came and wreaked havoc. This little lock over at the locomotive should have replacements. The locomotive? The old candy factory. It's still running, but it's more of a workshop now. Look for the smoking chimneys. Can't miss them. Okay, so suppose it's over here.
Gran, can I ask you something?
If you must.
When you were young, before the war and everything, what were your favorite things to do?
Well, what does it matter?
I'm curious, that's all.
Well, if you must know, let's see. I strolled in parks, dined at restaurants, threw parties, visited museums, stayed late at the office, went fishing.
You went fishing for fun?
Oh, it was all different then. We didn't have to worry about being hungry or cold. The dandelion took care of all that. We used our knowledge to give ourselves more leisure time. No time for that anymore, though. Back to work.
Forgot what I was going to say, but as I was heading over here, I'm pretty sure it's just me, but it feels like the waves are getting more turbulent. Like, I feel like the waves didn't used to be getting this high and rolling, but I'm pretty sure they were. We've got a switch up there to go hit. This fellow here is one of the most interesting ones to fight. Like, it's still taken down just as easily, but visually it just looks very interesting. Okay, now what way am I going to need to head to get up higher? Whoop. Like that, apparently. So this is gonna... And that's not the way I want to go. But... looks like the power is going to be interesting to try and go around and mess around with. Anything down there? Not that I can see. And I am not trying to 100% complete this. I will say that real quick just because I have been collecting the journals on and off. I'm not trying to collect all of them. I probably won't collect all of them. What are you? Who? Is this... I mean, are you in... My mother went to fetch the midwife, and then that woeful wave came. I need them here. Midwife? Mother? Got it. Where do I find them? The Isle of Vina should be on your map. I'll get them. Don't worry. I'll get them. Sparkcaster. Roof. Okay. This certainly took a unexpected turn. I feel like I should be saying that this is kind of urgent, but I'm pretty sure that honestly I could be taking as much time as I wanted and it would still have the same results. And hit the switch. So off we go in this direction. Oh, we have more striders to deal with. Okay, that made me nervous. I didn't have it go and start a dive, and it was just like, why are you not starting a dive? Am I going to land on the ground? And take care of the strider. I really love fighting these guys. These are probably my second favorite one to fight so far. The only reason that they aren't my first is just that sometimes the trying to jump up and deal and smack them can be a little difficult, but that's on me and not the game. I'll be perfectly honest with that. And can I go launch myself through this one and see what happens? Oh, that didn't do nearly as much as I was expecting it to. I still love doing that, though. I'm slightly surprised that there weren't more of those guys, though. Kind of feels like there should have been. I'll be perfectly honest. Oh, I love that little house up there. That's kind of nice. Though, it does feel extremely precarious. I'll be perfectly honest about that. Oceans. How did you... What is that? Well, Trevald will want to speak with you, that's for sure. Trevald? My brother. I'm looking for Miss Littlelock. It's Henrietta, and I'm her. No time for chit-chat, though. My daughter needs us. She sent me to get you. I'll follow you back. Nope, no way. Don't need a child fainting on me while I focus on Adrienne. Why don't you wait with my brother Trevald? He's over at the house. I'm sure he has things to share with that you might find interesting. I'll send word when it's over. Well, that's certainly an option, and think that I would prefer that, honestly.
Are you troubled?
Ooh, don't scare it away. Of course I'm troubled. Who's asking?
I'm Sigrid. Ursula said I should talk to you while she went to help out with the baby and all.
Oh, so Adrian's little one is coming?
Uh-huh. They just shooed me away. You think they'll manage?
Ursula served as a combat medic during the war. She can deliver a baby with one hand tied behind her back. And her eyes closed. The bait! Oh, not again! Shoo, you stupid creature!
What are you doing?
Ooh, there's a shadow around. Haven't seen one for years. I'm trying to make contact.
You're studying the shadows?
Ever since I was a little kid, magnificent creatures.
So, what are they exactly?
Oh, they're elusive, kid, that's what they are. Amphibians, according to some. Otherworldly beings, according to others.
My grandma says there's a perfectly natural explanation for everything. We just haven't found them all yet.
The Whistlers say they are souls seeking rest.
The Whistlers?
You probably know them as Dirty Paws. They regard the shadows as messengers from other dimensions. If a shadow seeks you out, it has something to tell you about yourself. But it seems I know myself inside and out. No shadows coming to me. Only me chasing after them. First, I thought they were attracted to all kinds of mollusks, but then I discovered they are drawn to this particular form. The Whistlers make amulets in this shape. They believe it means luck.
Like this?
How did you get that?
Well,
What's inside?
inside?
They open up like a little box.
A seed. It is beautiful.
Marvelous. How did you get it? Found it? It stole it.
I didn't steal it. The shadow gave it to me.
Holy mother of all sparks, it's a... I don't believe it. Can I touch it?
You can try. It's okay. He's okay.
She made it there just in time. The baby's already here. They want me to send you there.
Me? I guess I'd better go then. It was nice talking to you.
Indeed it was, Sigrid. Would you come see me again? I can't wait to learn more about your beautiful, wonderful friend.
Hi, is everything okay? Everything is okay, or rather, everyone. I'm so glad. I won't disturb you for long. It's just, I need to send sparks back to the lighthouse. The serpent blew the spark tank's fuse. But that's easy enough to fix. I can give you a new fuse. It's the least I can do. Okay, we've got that handled now. That was kind of neat learning about the shadows to a certain degree. Also, we did learn more about the Whistlers or the Dirty Paws. I knew there was more to their story, so I'm kind of curious about what else we're going to find out about them, especially since we have more stuff kind of being said about the little amulet that we had in action. Now that I think about it, I don't see the amulet with this particular outfit. And hit the switch. I hope this will cover your needs, Chief Mechanic. Well, we'll find out. Looking at how long this has been going, probably after we finish hitting all of these switches is when I'll call an end to this episode. But for right now, we'll keep going and handle these. But yeah, it's nice learning more about this world aside from just kind of the one tragic perspective we've been hearing about so far. And I am really kind of interested to learn more about the war. Actually, that might be stuff that's talked about in the journals. Okay, this is kind of neat. It talks a bit more about that. And these aren't the journal pages I was thinking they were, but it's kind of neat seeing all of them. Scrapbook, people. What all? Okay, see, these seem kind of more like what I would expect for the journal pages. Okay, these are neat. Yeah, this is neat seeing all of this. So, I think I'll hold off on like looking more at that for right now, and maybe once everything else is done, we'll go take a look at the book in more depth and just see all of the stuff and such, because that might be interesting. Now, it might also be that we finished the last bit in the game just outright ends and there isn't a way to reliably go check all of that out, in which case then we won't. But I'm not going to worry too much about the contents of the book for now. The worst case that happens is we don't get to see it in this series, and it just gives you guys a reason to go get this game and check it out for yourself. But the Switch is not where I was honestly expecting it to be. It's really far up there. Also, I really love this little place too. Cliffside. Well, would this be considered cliffside? I suppose it should be, but cliffside structures are one of my favorite things, and when I'm designing stuff for D&D settings, I'll be perfectly honest, settlements and places built inside caves and along cliffs are like my favorite thing to do after like places built on or around water. One of my favorite ones that I've done for a settlement before was a settlement that was built into the cliff walls of a cove. And there was a bunch of like other nice little special features for that, but I won't go into any of those because I've been thinking about reusing that particular settlement for the setting that I'm currently working on. And let's go fly. That didn't really send me nearly as far as I was thinking it would, but yeah. I've actually made quite a bit of progress on the D&D stuff. Apologies, that gulch probably got picked up. But yeah, currently I'm working on writing for one of the major settlements, and it's been fun to kind of go and mess around with and like try to think of what I want to have the settlement do and accomplish, because that's usually something that can like help you figure out what sort of things you might find around the settlement and such. But one of the things that was really kind of fun to think about it was because of the environment, how do certain like factions and such identify themselves within the city? And in the case of one of the factions, the they use natural dyes that are made from the flowers of a local tree because there aren't a whole lot of plants that grow in the environment. So you have very limited options as far as
Apple. Apple. Sounds so crunchy. They still had them when Mom was my age. I'm sure she used to climb to the top of the tree to find the best ones. Not that I wouldn't know about stuff like that. She might not have even been a nice person. Maybe that's why Grandma won't talk about her. I do remember how safe I felt when she helped me, though.
the waves feel like they're getting taller again, but I think that's just my imagination. But yeah, as I was saying about working on the D&D setting, because of the environment, there aren't a whole lot of like options for things you can use as materials for dyes and such. So having like an outfit for your faction that is dyed more or less means that you are a very fancy faction. And we have another one of these little time trail things to try now. Oh, I hope I'd run into my favorite surfer girl without a surfboard. Just kidding. You'd be my fave either way. Want to try out my latest track? Sure. That's the spirit. Oh, this certainly looks quite interesting. Sometimes I wonder if going and flying over to one of those things that lights up would be quicker than flying past it. And that's not the way I want to go. How do I get around here? Okay, this works well enough, and we can go grab some more of the little time pieces. In the meantime, drop down through that one and hit that one right as we get into the slide. That one made me a bit nervous. I felt like I was going to really miss that one. That one, I feel like I could have safely missed it. But I also feel like it's better to go grab it than miss it. And no. Well, that went quite better than I was honestly expecting it to. This is probably one of the few games where I'm enjoying the time trial stuff, which is a very big achievement. But we are at the last of the power things, and this isn't going to be back. No, it's stopping just short of the island where the lighthouse is this time. Well, I just had like the briefest moment of wait, haven't I already done this? It's because of that entrance. Okay, we've grabbed that and power. Flip the switch under the lighthouse. Ooh, interesting. It's so weird seeing a lighthouse light that isn't spinning. And like, I know that there are lighthouses where that is the case and that's what they do, but I'm so used to seeing most of the lighthouses that I've ever been to or near having spinning lights. At one point, oh, they're here working on the blueprints. But at one point in time, being a lighthouse keeper was a job that I actually considered. So where are we lighting up this time? Off in this direction. So I feel like we've got maybe 2 or 3 more times to go and illuminate areas. But we're going to go ahead and call this to an end. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I am going to go and just do another recording right after this one ends, but hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like on the video. If you enjoy the content I make, please subscribe to the channel. I hope you have a wonderful day or night depending on when you're watching this, and I hope to see you again in a future video or stream.